Hello boils and ghouls, and today I just wanted to talk about let me fix my camera here, bad boyfriends that deserve nothing from you. I've had a couple of them actually. I had my first, not my first real boyfriend, but when I was about 20 or 21, I can't remember. I moved in with this guy who was a year older than me, and he had a job when we met, and then he didn't, and I ended up paying for everything, rent. I put the damage deposit on our 2 apartments that he lost. I worked, and I do believe that if you're in a relationship, both parties, and if you're living together, both parties should pay half and half. It should be very even ground. My last boyfriend, not the one I'm dating now, but the one before, pretty much did the same thing. He moved in with me. We were together for 2.5 years, and he didn't actually get a new job up until about halfway in the year before I kicked his ass out. So all I want to say to all those ladies that, figure that eventually my man will get his shit together when he hasn't gotten his shit together in like a year or 2 years and a half. Okay, if a man really wanted to support you and take care of you, he would. If a man really wanted to treat his woman good and make sure that she was well taken care of, it would be done. And if he really gave a shit about her, he would do everything in his power to make her life easier and better. Yeah. My ex-boyfriend even went so far as my last ex even went so far as to, after I kicked his ass out, he jumped off a 3-story balcony in the hopes that if he survived, because he was drinking, if he survived, he would in fact be back here with me and I would take care of his broken ass. He, in his drunken mind, obviously did not realize that, for one thing, I'm not one of those fucking girls, okay? You've been warned. Another thing, I do not get manipulated like that. It doesn't work for me. And another thing, he thought he was going to come out of it with no bruises, no anything. It's too bad though that he hit head first the cement, and on the way down he hit a garbage can. A big metal one. It happens. It happens if you're drunk and retarded and stupid. But yes, so he fell and he was in the hospital, and he actually punctured a couple of his vital organs, and he almost died. He was in intensive care. He had my keys because he was supposed to return them and then he didn't, so I actually had to go into intensive care and go see him, and his mom actually had the gall to bitch me out. Now, by this point, I was a good girl. I very rarely ever made an attempt to see her because she was a bitch and she was not a good mom, and that's just, she was never there for a kid. She kicked him out at 14. Who does that? Bad moms. Bad moms. But anyway, so I go in and see him, and his mom bitches me out, and essentially what happened was, she was mad at me because I ruined her trip to Mexico, because now she had to look after her son, because I wouldn't let him live with me again, because we were over months and months and months before that. But she was a bitch, and she was like, just angry about it. I'm like, really? You're just a fucking lovely mom, aren't you? I'm like, you're worried about missing out on your Mexico trip? And your son's like dying over there. You should be with him, you should be taking care of him, you shouldn't be in my shit, because bitch, I ain't just here to get my keys, and then I'll be done. And I called her bad mom and all this because she called me a cold-hearted bitch. And we all know, no, we don't play that well. So I was like, look, you're a bad mother. You should go take care of your freaking kid, okay? It's not my responsibility. He did not come from my vagina. He came from yours. You take care of him. Can I have my keys? So I got my keys back, and thank God my current boyfriend was there with me, because I was not upset. I was not crying. There was no tears, no sadness. I don't like hospitals as it is. And I sure as shit did not want to see him all gibbled up in intensive care and whining about how, why can't I just get back together with him and he loves me, and the only reason he jumped is because I didn't want him. Get over it. Get over yourself. Women, you should not be manipulated into stupid shit like that. I was with an alcoholic and I learned my lesson, and I will never ever do that again. Done. I'm not going to get into all the gory little details, but it was just not a good time. Don't do it. No dick is worth years of abuse, mental, physical, or any kind of abuse. And it's not worth the neglect, and it's not worth the stupid drunken fights that he won't even remember in the morning. It's not worth it, really. It's just not. So yeah, and then I wanted to show you, okay, so one thing you can do after, you know, a bad breakup, if you're like me and you pay for everything in all the relationships, you can keep whatever you like that you bought him, say a couple favorite shirts that you paid for, so I figure they're fucking rightly yours, and you can DIY them like this. He was 6'7", and it has a skull here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right there. He was 6'7", and he was really skinny, and he had really long arms, so I used to have to buy like extra larges for him because he's a tall motherfucker. Anyway, so I put this on here and I cut out the arms. Can you see it? Yeah, I think so. And then I put string under my boobs as it's attached in the back. And that is my DIY. What do you guys think? I like it. I just did it. I was like, hey, fuck this. Look what I found. I'm gonna fucking make it awesome, make it Nomi-ish. So yeah, I did. And that's what I wanted to say. Okay? Okay. If you want, you can leave a message, comment, subscribe. That would help me out a lot. You should totally subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to you boys and ghouls later.